So last night, Bernie Sanders wins the great state of Michigan. He was supposed to lose by 18 points. Sorry, no, he didn't lose by 18 points. He didn't lose at all. He won by 2 points. Washington, the people's elbow. Whoa. Okay, so now, largely good coverage of it. You know, normally we complain about the coverage. Largely like, hey, shocking victory, shocking upset in the beginning, 538, and some others. CNN, I think, for a little while. And then, of course, this morning, it sets in, right? And so the Washington Post with a symbolic victory. Okay.
Well, the check mark next to his name is technically a symbol. So they're not wrong.
I think CNN just had psychological victory.
Yeah. I saw Politico had so far Sanders only winning states that Hillary Clinton loses. And if he can't move past that, he's not going to go far in this thing.
Okay, so March 15th, enormously important. Yes, I've been saying that for a long, long time now. Way before Super Tuesday, I was telling you that. And yes, we got Florida, Ohio, and all these important states coming up. But after the 15th, when you look at the map, a historic Bernie Sanders run might start. Because as far as the eye can see, it's Sanders states.
The whole West might get the runs.
Yeah. And so, no, but we might be running. It might be a running of the bulls. Okay.
It might be running in California.
A running of the libs. Okay. and they're off to the races. So hold your horses, get on your bulls. We're about to run. Okay. So this is exciting, exciting times. And when we say historic upset last night, we mean it, right? It was literally the largest difference between the polling and the results in American primary history.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that happened last night. Not a big deal.
The only thing is, so I was tweeting, I was all happy, and I retweeted last night, thanks to David Sirota finding it. Matthew Iglesias, who's one of the anti-Bernie people at Vox, he had a tweet from like 6 days ago that said, "What gives the Sanders campaign the idea that they can win Michigan?" And so I retweeted it with heh. But as much as we like to criticize anti-Bernie bias, you need to identify what the bias is before you attack those outlets. So a lot of people are like, Nate Silver, fuck you for getting it wrong. No. He's just following the polls. The polls are wrong. Nate Silver was right to say she had a 99% chance of, well, maybe not 99% chance, but a very high chance because she was leading by 20 points.
Yeah.
That's not how they're wrong. They're wrong in various ways, but that's not the way that they're wrong.
Right, that's a good point. On the other hand, Nate Silver, tell me how my ass tastes. I'm just playing with you, Nate. I'm playing with you. We're still reading it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so meanwhile, one last one for you guys. Media with this headline today. Who's crazier, Ted Cruz or Bernie Sanders? Okay, and by the way,
Well, media, it's fairly right-wing a lot of the time.
No, this is from an old friend, Tommy Christopher. He actually has the best articles on there, often filled with information. Really like reading him, and we've got a long history with Tommy. Tommy, what are you doing? What is this? Okay, and I know he supports Hillary Clinton. I don't care what he says. It's oozing from every word he writes that he's a big Hillary Clinton supporter, thinks Bernie Sanders is unrealistic. But this headline, I mean, that's a hatchet job and a half. Yeah. And by the way, it turns out Ted Cruz is crazier on everything, except, he says, on taxes. But Bernie Sanders has a plan that he pays for. Ted Cruz goes, I'm not going to pay for it, right? And I'm going to kill the IRS.
Kill the IRS, and then everything will be able to fit on the back of Donald Trump's hand. That's how little you'll be able to write about your taxes. No, he's not. And then everybody's like, Sanders is crazy on taxes. Nobody will have any money anymore. 90% tax. There's no 90%. There's a chart going around showing it raises a little bit in the highest bracket for the richest people. And even then, that's not what all of their income will be taxed on. That's what past a certain point their income will be taxed on. And even more importantly, that's not what their company will be taxed on. That's their personal income, which is different than business income. If a rich person's individual income is taxed at slightly higher, that doesn't mean their business can't hire people. It's two totally separate things.
Yeah, okay, John, those are all good points. But here's what I have to say, okay? Oh, mainstream media, establishment media. Bernie Sanders better not win. Because if he does, oh my God, what I'm going to unleash upon you folks.
He might literally make people taste his ass. I'm going to briefly play the role of Ben Mankiewicz.
I'll give you, here's what the two hashtags I got ready for you guys. Hashtag sorry, Hashtag not sorry.
2 hashtags.
Okay.
There are those articles, that's totally true. And a lot of the positive articles at the end will say something like, but the math is still prohibitive, which, by the way, is still potentially right. But to be fair, and to be Ben Mankiewicz, I did see articles all over the place. Stunning, shocking, upset. He's still in it for the long run.
Yes.
Clinton,
Yes.
get ready for a long race.
That's
we
true.
got to keep it real.
Okay, now that Ben/John is correct. That's right, and I said that in the beginning. There was a string of good articles right after the victory, so God bless on that. All I'm telling you is, if you're in the establishment media and you've been rooting against Bernie Sanders all along, you better hope he doesn't win, because I'm coming for you. I'm coming. There's going to be a lot of this. Like, what was it? What?
I'm not coming for you, but I will tweet snarkily about when he comes for you.
Here comes the run of the libs. The libs are running. Okay. So now, point number 2, historic day for the Young Turks. We've got a Democratic debate coming up just for the members. Thank you for making this show happen. tytnetwork.com/join. And that's tonight, as Bernie Sanders versus Hillary Clinton, our sterling analysis, including a very excited Jimmy Dore. I mean, he's bursting at the seams. He wasn't here last night. He's going to come in here running, okay?
Yes.
That's for the members tonight after the show at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. But point number 2, and this is why it's historic. Today, it appears, we will cross 10,000 members. Okay, I need you to understand this. You might think like 10,000 members, I don't know if is that a good number, not a good number. First of all, within the scale of the industry, not bad. We got a lot of room to grow, okay? But I'm keeping it real with you guys. That's a number we've been trying to get to for a long, long time, okay? Now, Jesus JR, you guys remember? Because the only ones who would remember are me, Jesus JR, and Dave. Ben was around too, but didn't pay much attention to it. So we put up on the board so long ago that I'm kind of embarrassed to say how long ago it was. And we were going to count backwards. We started at 10,000, then we went to 9,999 after Robert Freeman joined, and he was member number 1. Okay, and then we were counting backwards, and we never made it. Until today, Washington.
It only took 25 years.
Okay, you guys, you out there right now could be member number 10,000. Could you imagine? You know what we're going to do? We're going to find your name. We're going to find you. We're going to come to your house, okay? We're going to find member number 10,000. We're going to put up his name in the studio on a piece of paper for at least a week. And you'll also get a free Young Turks t-shirt. Okay. Okay. I mean, look, when we promise son, we're not playing. That's still the Nick Wilde chair, okay? That in Indiegogo, in Indiegogo, he named that chair 3 years ago. Still got his name on it, right? 241 crew's still up there. Weissman straight ahead. We still have the names on the cameras, the Perillo conference rooms upstairs. When we do something, we do it right. So today, member number 10,000 in Young Turks history. None of that crazed look helps you at all. Anyway, tytnetwork.com/join. You guys have made this show possible for over a decade. God bless your hearts, man. We couldn't have done any of it without you. And the Army gets larger and larger. So thank you, thank you, thank you.